All right, so this video is going to go over how to use the ColDesi C16 heat press, including how to operate the control panel, using it through an actual press, and then some basic troubleshooting. So first things first, obviously, once you have the heat press plugged in, make sure it's turned on in the back here and that this cable is secure. All right, so going ahead and looking at the control panel here, the most important things you want to know are how to set the time and temperature. So we're just going to go ahead and hit that set button here. Once you hit that set button, you're going to start to notice that the temp word right here is going to start bouncing in and out. That means you're currently selected on it. From here, you can simply adjust that temperature using the down and up buttons here. So most transfers tend to sit around 300 degrees, obviously depending on the technology and your humidity and workspace. That'll change if necessary. But moving on to the times, if you want to set the time, you just hit set again. Now the time is going to start bouncing back and forth there, and you can adjust the amount of seconds here using those buttons as well. And once you're all done, so let's say we're setting it to 300 degrees at 10 seconds, you're going to just hit that set button once again, and everything will lock in. If you made any major temperature changes, so let's say you went from 300 to 325, the heat press will need a few seconds to a minute in order to get up to temperature that you just set. All right, so taking a look now at this counter here, you can see that's currently set to 1. What this statistic is that this is just keeping track of every completed press. So a completed press is just when you put the heat press down and the timer counts down from whatever number you set it to 0 and pops up. This is somewhat important for keeping track of however many presses you've done. And it's a good indicator for things like inventory when you're doing a larger print job, say of 100 shirts, or just a good indicator of how long you've been working for the day. If you ever need to go ahead and reset this number, just go ahead and hit and hold the clear button. That'll reset that counter to 0. Then talking about bigger print jobs, like I just mentioned with the counter, you'll see another number right here. There's just a 1 right here. Now, most heat presses have some indicator for steps and presets as well. This number right here is how you're going to use the ColDesi C16 in order to set your presets. Now, let's say like normal DTF transfers, you're going to start off when you're initially pressing the transfer to a shirt at 300 degrees for 10 seconds or whatever your workspace and climate may require. But you normally then want to have a follow-up press to finish the shirt, which is just 300 degrees for 5 seconds. Well, if you go ahead and hit the clear button, just hit it once, you'll see that moved to 2 and the time changed. That's how you're going to go ahead and set your presets. So on this 2 now, I can go ahead and set that time to 5 seconds like I just mentioned here. And now the heat press is set for the finishing press. There's up to 5 presets as you can see here. So 3, 4, 5, 1. So depending on the size and scale of your job, however many presses you may need, you can use those 5 presets to your advantage. 2 more features to go over. So first things first, with the platen up here, one thing you can do is that you could simply move this platen back and forth. This is a good frame of reference for if you ever need to work with something slightly bigger, or you may potentially want to move this up in order to cover a specific area using part of the platen. That's an option that's available to you right there. And then when you take down the head as well, you'll notice there's this knob right here. This is the pressure adjustment. So what this is that simply you can use this in order to adjust how thick of a material or how thin of a material you may need to be pressing. So this would be one to play around with, because the thicker something is, the heavier you may need to go on the pressure in order to get a proper press, while the lighter something is, the lighter you may need to go in order to leave less of an imprint on the transfer itself. But this knob right here is how you go ahead and adjust the pressure. So now we're just going to go ahead and walk you through how to press a shirt. So let's say you're using DTF transfers as a standard here. Obviously, you're going to go ahead and set your shirt up centered onto the platen right here. I'm doing a left chest logo equivalent here, so I want the collar to be pretty high up as a good indicator of where to put everything. Let's go with that. Then you're going to go ahead and put the transfer on, make sure the design is centered. And then you're just going to pull the head of the heat press down until it locks in there. From here, the timer is going to count down automatically once the heat press locks in, and then on 0, it's going to immediately pop up without any force or pressure. From there, you can just peel off the transfer, and then you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and press down the transfer, and oh no, all of a sudden I'm pressing for way too long, longer than I need to, but I can't lift this up. So you can use the green button right here. That's an automatic release button for the heat press itself, in case you ever need to release it ahead of time. Another thing you may run into is that all of a sudden your platen is out of place, or you may have something that gets stuck here. The main culprit most times is that these platens tend to move, and if you have a longer shirt, like let's say for the one I'm using right here, I have a large here, and you accidentally get something under, this may provide some opportunity for things to get caught. So always, if you're ever having trouble with a press, stop your process and then just make sure that the rails on which the platens slide on here are free from any obstacle. Now, looking towards the back of the heat press here, the first thing to note is that this right here is a fuse. So if you ever have any issues with potentially powering on the printer, or you may have things like a power surge or a power outage, and after recovering from that, if you ever notice that the heat press isn't able to turn on, it may be this fuse right here. So if those ever happen, one thing to consider is that you should just be able to press that in without issue. Another thing to look at are these two connectors down here. So the smaller connector here is for the electromagnet for the top platen here. That helps to activate that release button, as I just talked about, because the magnet is connecting everything without the need for additional pressure. This right here is the actual heat connector for the platen. This essentially tells the control panel what to set the temperature to, as well as inversely how the control panel can let the platen heat up to the desired temperature. If you're ever having issues with any of those parts, the best thing to do would be to go ahead and call ColDesi support to help you through any issues to tackle that. And that's pretty much everything you're going to need to know about your ColDesi C16 heat press. We went over how to use the control panel, all the basic features, we went through a press, and then we covered some basic troubleshooting. For any additional information, the best thing to do would be to either contact your CCR or contact ColDesi support for any additional information.